Good morning, everyone. Rev had asked me if I would step up and maybe present to you this morning kind of my story in the church. So here it is, just a couple minutes if you can bear with me. Church on the Mall has more or less been my spiritual home since its inception. My mother, Gloria Hopi Lepre, was the organist for many, many years. When we were young, my brother and I would help my dad set up chairs and tables and put them away. Can't say it was always by choice, but we faithfully attended Sunday school and church every week. I've always been a member, but in my adulthood, I tended to stay at arm's length, sometimes attending, sometimes not attending church, never really getting very heavily involved. That changed a few years ago when I felt like it was time for me to step up and do my part. That's when I answered the call to leadership and became an elder. I was on session and the corporate committee for a few years prior to us bringing Sarah on board. During that time, I think we accomplished some positive things as a church. First Fridays, assisting at Norristown Hospitality Center, bringing on seminarians as pastoral interns, etc. Then COVID hit, of course. A little while later, Sarah chose another path in her spiritual journey. And recently, we've been fortunate enough to secure Reverend Alex Evangelista as our new pastor. With my time on session, I've come to really believe in Alex's mission. With his intellect, spirit, heart, and passion, I strongly believe he will lead us on a positive path. I've already seen our desire to be innovative in our approach to fellowship with one another work. We know this is important for the church to gather together and be in fellowship with one another. And so with thought, innovation on how, we thought with innovation on how we could achieve this. This fall, we started our football fellowship gatherings. Every few Sundays, we've been getting together for Eagles games on the big screens with snacks and refreshments, and it's been pretty cool with the stereo sound system and that. Although attendance has been a little lighter than we'd like, I think it's one of the reasons the Eagles have started out at 8-0. We do have one more planned for December 4th, and we hope you and maybe some of your friends can join us. And I'm thinking, I haven't really broached it with anybody yet, but maybe based on the success of what we've been doing, maybe we do like a movie night or something during the Christmas season. It's just something that we'll think about, maybe talk about. But all this church programming, living into our mission as a church couldn't be possible without our giving and stewardship. I've always been a little fearful of giving too much of my treasure to the church, worrying that I might not have enough for me and my family. While preparing for today, I read a quote that read, "Stop worrying and start trusting God. Stop worrying and start trusting God." I need to heed those words and have the courage to believe that God will provide. I also read another quote that said, "What you give comes back to you." I don't know if that's biblical principle, but I believe there's truth in it. Alex sent us the Church on the Mall's giving pattern chart. I think this is awesome for me especially, but I think it could be helpful to all of us. It lets us see where we are income-wise and then giving-wise, and it provides a clear visual of where we are from an income level and a giving level, and then just getting some real numbers of what even a 1% increase could look like. So I recommend using the chart along with searching your heart to come up with a pledge for 2023. Our pledges are an expression of what matters most to us, and it enables this body of Christ to make bold plans for what we can discern and do together in 2023 to advance what matters most to all of us. We will be dedicating our pledges on Sunday, November 20th. We hope to receive your pledge by that date. Thank you to all those who already submitted your pledge. We appreciate your support of Church on the Mall. Thank you.